Okay guys, first impressions on the Racemax Exploro. It's been a long time getting here. It took me about I had this bike for a while, I hadn't got it ready. I eventually had to take it quickly to my bike shop to get done. It's only got a 90mm with a 6-degree stem, but all it's only marginally cut post, which is good. But it has got the new Aerorghiaia, has got GRX Di2, which is lovely. More on that in a minute. And we are in a, fortunately, slightly overcast Mallorca, because it's got late, and by 10 o'clock on a normal day, if you have not already got a couple of hours in the saddle, you won't go very far. So I've got to wear the brakes in now, so I'm going to do a quick ride towards Llafranc. I'm on the side roads now, which is a lot easier to record on. And then do some quick impressions. At the moment it's not as fast. There's a few changes I've got to do, so it's not as fast as I would like, but God, is it comfortable. I mean, it's like some of these roads are like British roads, they're awful. Don't know what it is about islands and roads, but just bounces over everything. It's not quite as fast as the Strada at the moment, but that's because of my position. I like quite an aggressive position, especially when you've got a let's say a larger torso. I think it's a nice way to say it. You need, yeah, you need a bit of you need to be able to get down and get out of the wind. But yeah, I'll show you a bit more in a bit. Okay, so here we are in the boiling heat. Took me a bit longer than planned. Stopped to help someone out, which you always do. But I think this is as good a place as any. Stop and look at this view. It's the road up. This is called Llafranc, or Femenia, yeah. There's a big rock, and there is a stunning plateau, very green plateau towards the top of the mountain, which you get to from where I'm going to stop and do a bit more of this walk around in a minute. For the time being, if we get into the details of the bike, unfortunately, well, let's do the things I'm going to change. So the stem, I only had time to get the old 90 stem done. Obviously they haven't cut the tube as much as I want to, but that's fine. What I am loving are these grips. I mean, they're just amazing. Even in the shop they said, I mean, I did consider putting Dura-Ace and XTR on, but just look at those grips, they are amazing. And I have a slight problem with hot weather in that my palms sweat a lot, so these grips are fantastic. I tried to order the new Prendo, but when I ordered it, it said with the Aerorghiaia, it said that my maximum amount is already done of both the long wearing and the other one. But yeah, I mean, this is lovely. I haven't configured the other side to change up and down as well, which I probably will. But so far, those grips, when it gets hot in a place like Mallorca and you're trying to descend and have full grip, then, you know. So the brakes, I like having vented brakes. You can see those are Ultegra discs. They're the only ones I had, 160 back and front. This bike, the smallest it will take is 160. So that's good. It means you don't have any stupid adapter in the middle, because you're unlikely to run 140 on a gravel bike. I've only got my, unfortunately the rails, we couldn't work out whether they were carbon friendly or not, so I've put the power saddle, the Chameleon power saddle, which doesn't really go, from Project Negroni. Now where it gets interesting, I've put my XTR pedals on, and I've gone for the GRX with a 170 crank and just the normal rings, which are fine for now. I've got a gold chain coming. The discs, I've got Dura Ace discs, but at the moment they're 160 and 140. I've got another 160 coming. Obviously long cage. Now what's attracted a bit of attention, and obviously the gold chain will go nicely with, I've got this lovely Leonardi factory cassettes on the back, which is a 9:45, which gives you the 500% ratio, if my maths whilst boiling up a hill are correct. That 9 allows you to still have road speeds with a 40 on the front, but obviously that already, I mean, I've basically spent 2 weeks running around and driving around Europe, avoiding, you know, all COVID flights that have been banned for various children in camps around Europe. But we're finally here. Yeah, there's an adapter for a front derailleur if you must. I've just put the, I'm glad I did, I put the specialised bottle mount with the Allen key, which is essential when you're running a bike in. I had to already up the seat post a bit from where they'd put it, and I also just had to lend a hand to somebody whose cleats had fallen off. So coming back here, yeah, long cage. So if you look at tyre clearance, I wasn't able to get the super wide, they've got 45, I think a 40 deep, 45 wide external, or 45 deep, 40 wide external, 30 wide internal wheels coming, which would be perfect for this and keep the aero profile. But in the absence of being able to get hold of them or even get an email, I put these lovely Hunt, actually alloy ones, the 4-season extra wide. They've got a 25mm internal. These are 35mm Schwalbes, so they are plumped up as they would be on an NV 35 or 45 AR, and as you can see there's plenty of clearance. I'll do the front in a minute. But yeah, so things that have been changed are, as I said, the gold chain, which will go nicely with that. I've got various gold bling bolts. I've got the bar end mount to go in there and to get rid of that, and I think I may even go with a non-3T stem to get rid of the yeah, a bit better integration with the Di2. So those guys just wanted a bit of a chat about the 3T, which is a common theme. So yeah, get a feel of those bars, even though I haven't got the drop or the stem drop that I want. Amazing position here. Let's see if we can get that flare on the new Aerorghiaia. The front clearance is more than enough by anyone's standards. You can see I've done a bit of gravel road. You can see how the dust comes off of the foil here, and actually creates a bit of turbulence there probably. But yeah, that fat bottle mount is just lovely. Swooping down here, the GRX cranks. I mean, I really like them. I'm probably going to put Stages power on, but I may go rotor as I'm in Spain. But yeah, this is just an amazing bike. I've got to be a bit careful here because I am on a rock and the way down ain't great. But those of you of a geography mind will love the way that rock is eroded, probably, or not. Let's just get a bit of this view again. I absolutely love this. Look at those rocks. Ignore the power lines. But if I was a bit higher, when you get a bit higher you can see the sea. Right, so let's hope that the foam mount has got rid of the wind noise that a lot of you complained about, quite rightly, and I've not been that happy with. But yeah, I did go through some dust, as you can see. I went through some limey gravel patch, which is probably not the best thing to do before wearing your brakes in. But you know, such is life. I wanted to get a feel for it. And what was nice is there was an area of some traffic that I managed to avoid completely by going across a dirt road. Speed amazing. And this is just obviously, I mean, this is a fast bike, but it's also a beautiful bike. So I've not got much water left. It is hot. I'm going to get down to another part and do a final impression once I've worn the brakes in and tell you how it handles, obviously, on one of the most important parts, which is the way down, because soon this bike I think is going to do Sacalobra. Not as glamorous as the last time I waited here, which was for El Pistolero at Contador, which I'm going to show you now. But all the same, tricky lighting. So I didn't get a chance to fully wear in my brakes. One thing you will notice, the geometry is almost like the Strada. The only difference is, like I think I've said before, the Strada steerer comes like this. Which gives you a much further forward position. So I won't lie to you, it wasn't as comfortable going downhill just now as it would normally be, because not only is the steerer further back, but I had a shorter stem on, so I couldn't quite get the sort of position I want. But that's why, as I said, that's why I am going to go to a shop now and get a longer -17 stem. I really like the -17 stem anyway, because it balances out the pretty much average 73 degrees of steering rake. I don't know what it is exactly on this bike, but it just gives you a flatter stem, and for me, better control. But yeah, let's get these brakes worn in a bit more and get to the shop, get myself a longer stem, and hopefully get this Di2 integrated a bit better. Now I've got the long hot ride with very little water back to Poyensa. Nice.